in this tutorial, we are going to start taking a look at certain things that we can put in the body of our web page. Okay, so the first few things that we're going to talk about in this tutorial are the line breaks, paragraphs, and headers. Okay, so if you guys watched the last tutorial, you probably saw this and you thought, okay, well, we can just go ahead and put any text in the body, like I'll just go ahead and I'll write some paragraphs out here. So this could be paragraph 1, this paragraph 1, and you think, okay, well, I can break down 2 lines, and this could be paragraph 2, and then we'll write another story over here or whatever. And then you think, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I should get 3 nice paragraphs printed out in the browser. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Okay, so if I go ahead and I launch this in Firefox, you can see that I've got all 3 things printed out on the screen, but they all appeared in one line. What the heck is going on here? Well, let me explain it to you this way. HTML is actually white space insensitive, so it doesn't really matter how much space we leave in between here. I mean, I could put in a whole, what is that, like probably 20 enters or something, and when I go back and I click refresh, nothing's changed. Okay, so that's why we use these things called tags. Okay, they basically tell HTML how to mark up the text inside of them. Okay, so to break down one line, what we do is we use this break tag. So that is BR with a /, just like that. And if I want to break down another line, then I go ahead and I put one there as well. Okay, so now when I save this and I go back to Firefox and click refresh, you can see we've got this on line 1, this on line 2, and line 3. Okay, so they're all on their own separate lines. But that's actually just how to break down a line. So this is the equivalent of hitting enter on your keyboard. But if you guys actually want to have paragraphs, and paragraphs have spaces in between these 2 lines, then we have to go ahead and we use a different tag called the paragraph tag. So to do that, you're just going to go ahead and put in the smaller than and greater than sign with a P, and same thing on this side as well. Okay, so that is the start of one of our paragraphs, and then this is the end of that paragraph. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that a couple times. Ending P, and we'll start this P over there and end my P over there. Haha, that sounded kind of wrong, but hey, we'll go back and click refresh, and now as you can see, we've got these 3 pretty cool paragraphs all printed out nicely on the screen with space in between them. Okay, so that's quite cool. We've covered how to actually break down one line, and we've also covered how to make different paragraphs. So let's take a look at how to actually make headers on the web page. Okay, now we actually get 6 different kinds of headers by default. Okay, and they are actually named H1, just like that, right down until H6. So we've got H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. This would be the biggest header. H1 is obviously the biggest, and then H6 is going to be the smallest. And somewhere around H3, that's almost the same size as like the default text, or it might be H4. So that would be like a medium header. as the text, well, test text, whatever. We'll have a few typos in here. H2 can just say tomatoes, because I have run out of things to type. And H5 can be fizz is my favorite champion. 10 points for whoever guesses who fizz is. Let's go ahead and save this. And now when we go back to Firefox again and click refresh, you can see we've got all 6 headers printed out on our web page, starting from H1 being the biggest and H6 being really, really small that you can't even see it. Okay, so those are the different headers that we have available to us in HTML, but we can change these up a little bit, which we will learn about later on in the series. But for now, that's how to make a header in HTML. So thank you very much, guys.